Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I've got basically a little bit of a Kodi news segment here. Um, Hopefully we'll make this a routine on the channel, but I want to cover a few stories about Kodi, some of them directly related to Kodi, and some of them not. First thing is the big piece of news today is that yesterday, Kodi released Leia 18 in beta. So if we go to their news section here, essentially they have done some upgrades. They've made it more stable, even though I found 17.1 worked pretty good most of the time. They've also a list of the skins that they've kept, and if we were to click the change log, you can go through this and you can see all the updates in the new version of Kodi 18 Leia. I'm not going to go through all that right now. I'll leave a link below. But yeah, I've been using it now for the last 24 hours, and I'll be posting. I posted a video. I'll put a link above on the installation and a little wander. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So that's one thing I wanted to point out today. Another thing I wanted to point out for my Canadian people is this article here from the Financial Post. Nobody gets sued for illegal downloading movies, right? Think again, Canada. Essentially, the gist of it is the copyright holders and the ISPs are going to the Supreme Court, and basically the fight is who pays for the work to connect the copyright infringers to the copyright holders, to either be sent a letter, I've gotten one letter, or to actually be sued. And the federal court in Canada has already ordered at least a dozen people to pay the $5,000 for infringing on downloading. Now, this is not streaming, this is downloading, and this is particularly BitTorrent. And it also talks about these John Doe lawsuits where they en masse, the copyright holders sue a bunch of unknown people, and here it's up to the ISP to connect the person to that lawsuit. And of course, Rogers is saying that's about $100 per hour. So again, if you're in Canada and you're using BitTorrent, get a VPN, or you'll find yourself out $100 or more. Who knows what I think $5,000 is the max, but they're getting harsh. They're going after people. Third thing yesterday is the Athlon Pro processor. This is the resurrection of Athlon for AMD. It's on the Ryzen platform. It's a pretty simple little processor. It's got 2 cores and 4 threads, 3 Radeon graphic cores, and will run locked at 3.2 gigahertz. And it's going to be released on September 18th for about $55 American. So you can put that up to about maybe $90 to $100 Canadian. So I don't know if the value will be there for us, because a Ryzen 2200G is about 120 Canadian right now, if not a little bit more, depending where you go. So it'll be interesting to see exactly where this is going to drop price-wise up here. But when I looked at this, the first thing I thought about was Media Center. And I'm thinking if it's cheap enough, and what's great about it is that it will work with the current boards. So here is your Bristol Ridge, and here is where the new processor lands, and it will work on these boards. So if you have one of these boards, and these boards can be bought dirt cheap right now, if you have one of these boards, you will be able to run this chip on it. And what's great about it is that if you decide to upgrade down the road, because it's AM4 platform, you will be able to that anything else or sell it and you're on way. But no, I just brought this up because I think this is a great chip for making a media center for Kodi. And the final story is basically, if you are familiar with LibraELEC, it is a distro that goes on Raspberry Pi and other small devices. And they also have the Kodi 18 Leia Beta 1 update. And this is a complete distro. This is not just a little pro. This is not Kodi. This is something that you install a whole operating system on. So if you have a Raspberry Pi, this goes on as your operating system. Might play with it through Linux and VMware, but we'll see. So again, just a little bit of news, Kodi, and thank you for watching. And if you liked the video, hit like. If you dislike, hit dislike. Subscribe, set the notifications, and download safe. Get a VPN. They're not that much money, and they're going to save you a lot of grief. Okay, and we'll talk to you later.